Welcome to the Caretaker's Journey podcast. I'm Carole, and I am really glad you're here. Today feels very, very special. Not just because we're starting something new, but because this episode, this introductory episode, marks the beginning of season 3 of this podcast. Can you believe it? We're starting season 3. A new season in the podcast, and honestly, a new season in my life. If you've been listening for a while, you know that this journey, caretaking, faith, loss, healing, has shaped so much of who I am and why this space exists. But what you may not know is that I recently made a big move in my life. I moved to Florida. Yes, all the way across the country, California to Florida. And as I sit here recording this introductory episode, I'm not in a studio or an office. I'm sitting at Epcot in Disney World, one of my new favorite places to sit, think, write, pray, and work. There's something about this place. There's people from all over the world passing by. The languages are blending together. There's movement and beauty and humanity all around. And in the middle of all that motion, I found stillness. I found creativity. I found space to breathe. And it feels like the perfect place to begin this new season. We're kicking off season 3 with a 4-part series about beginnings. Not the polished kind, not the kind we plan for, but the kind that arrive unexpectedly. The series is called Becoming a Caretaker because for so many people, caretaking doesn't begin with preparation. It begins with a phone call, a diagnosis, an accident, fall, a moment where life changes overnight, and suddenly you become a caretaker. You didn't audition for a role. You didn't study for it. You didn't feel ready. You just showed up. This series is for the brand new caretaker, the overwhelmed caretaker, the one who feels like they were dropped into the deep end without instructions. If that's you, I want you to hear me right now as I say, you are not alone, you are not late, and you are not failing, you are becoming. So why does this series matter? Well, caretaking often begins in shock, and shock is not weakness. Shock is our nervous system saying something big just happened. In those early days, caretakers don't need more information. They need a steady, solid ground. They need permission to feel what they feel. They need faith that doesn't rush them. They need someone to say, you don't have to have this all figured out yet. Over the next 4 weeks, we'll walk gently through, suddenly becoming a caretaker, learning as you go without pressure, remembering that you matter too, discovering purpose without romanticizing our pain. Each episode is designed to feel like a deep breath, not a demand. As a little personal note, each week of this series, I will be recording from a different spot here at Epcot. Different benches, different tables, different corners, different quiet spaces inside this very busy world. Because caretaking happens the same way. In the middle of noise, in the middle of life, in the middle of things that you didn't choose. Yet God meets us there. So as we close, I want to share a blessing over season 3 and this series as we begin together. I'm honored you're here. I don't take your trust lightly. And I believe that God is doing something gentle and good in this season. New places, new beginnings, same faithful God. Whether you're listening from a hospital room, your car, your kitchen, or a quiet moment alone, you belong here. We begin with the heart of this series, episode 1, Suddenly a Caretaker. It's available now. Let this be your reminder. God meets you where you are, even here, especially here. Let me close us with a simple prayer. God, as we begin this new season, meet every listener right where they are. Bring peace to anxious hearts, strength to tired bodies, hope to places that feel uncertain. Thank you for new beginnings, even the ones we didn't plan. We trust you with this dream. Amen. I'll see you in the first episode. It's available now. And until then, it's all about Him.